I was chased out of the class because I didn't have 1,500 to buy textbook. That was the day I made the decision that I'm not going to be poor in life. But I would say that one of my biggest breakthrough was when I made 5 million naira for just one coaching.
Hello, welcome back to today's episode of DURA'S Voice podcast. And as you all know, this is where we have the realest, educational, and most inspiring conversations about life and everything that helps us grow and enhance. I'm Basibere Florence, your host for today, and I'm so super excited because I have here with me a renowned sales guru and a lead generation coach who has helped most businesses, in fact, thousands and millions of businesses and entrepreneurs over the years grow even 10 times more better than the way they are. And also, he's also the founder of Sales Hack Conference, and he's no other person than Mr. Chinedu Paul Nnamani. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so happy you are here with us today.
I'm delighted.
All right. And to you all out there, if you're joining us for the first time or you are a regular, please don't go anywhere. Sit back. In fact, go get your pen and book because you're going to learn a whole lot. Whether you're a businessman or not, just sit back because you're going to learn a whole lot. So, okay, sir. How did you start as a salesperson, and what was your biggest breakthrough as a salesperson?
Okay, thank you, Florence. That's a very intelligent question. My sales journey started when I was in school. I can remember in Oko, I was just in my first year. So every day I will go to school, and sometimes when I come back, I won't see any food to chop. Sometimes I will see Gary and granite and I will just take it and I will sleep like that. But something happened. So one day I went to the class and this lecturer came in and she said, if you know you have not bought my textbook, I want you to go out of the class. You are not going to partake in my lecture. And it was just 1,500 naira. So I was chased out of the class because I didn't have 1,500 to buy textbook. That was the day I made the decision that I'm not going to be poor in life because I just felt like, hi, poor people, they suffer. There was like 3 of us, but I made that decision. I told myself, anything it takes, I'm going to devote my time to learning more on marketing, more on sales, more on high income skill that will help me make money. So I went home that day and I did some Google research and I realized that learning Facebook ad and also copywriting can help me make more sales because it's part of the high income skill that was suggested to me. So I had to dedicate the next 6 months of my life. I remember writing a dear letter to myself. For the next 6 months, I'm going to become very good at Facebook ad. So what I did is I didn't even have money. So I would subscribe for the night plan that time. And every night I would go on YouTube. I would watch a lot of videos on Facebook ad. And I would just be applying it small. Before you knew it, I became good. And I started offering that service to business owners who started paying me. There was a time I was being paid 15,000 to run ad for business owners, but the game have changed now. Wow. So I really appreciate. Sometimes your disappointment can be your biggest breakthrough. That's what I believe. So it was because of that event that happened. I told myself I'm going to do whatever it takes to break free from this. And that's how it happened.
Wow. So, what was your biggest breakthrough as a salesperson?
One of my biggest breakthrough was, when I was in ND2,
okay,
we were doing practical for EED. It's just like, we produce something, and I was one of the team lead. So, and the task was to produce chin-chin for us. So when I produced that chin-chin with the team, I learned the secret and the process. That time I was living with my twin brother. When I come home, my twin brother gave me an idea. Why don't you start producing this chin-chin, start selling it to the school? After lectures, you just carry it and you sell. So when I started selling that chin-chin, my fellow classmates was criticizing me. You are a man, why are you hawking chin-chin and all of that? But that was the journey. That's how I started. before I even transitioned to starting coaching for clients, for business owner, and for organization. But I would say that one of my biggest breakthrough was when I made 5 million naira for just one coaching.
Wow.
It was shocking. I didn't even believe that I could do that. Like if this was me in 2020, I would never believe that that could happen. But because I kept on honing my skill, getting better, creating content, I was able to attract a UK client that paid me in dollars. And when you convert it, it was 5 million naira.
Wow.
So that was one of my biggest breakthroughs so far.
All right. That was a very nice one. I can imagine. I'm just imagining the kind of smile you had on your face when you made that hit then, because I know then it was a very big thing for you then, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. All right. We all know that setbacks can actually affect one's confidence, self-confidence, right? So, why do you actually think most businesses or brands fail after some certain times? And then what is your advice, or what approach are you going to give to them to stand back on their feet after such setback?
Okay, that's a very brilliant question, Florence. Actually, when it comes to brands and failing, I feel like it has to do with the strategy they are using. There's a way I approach failure. I strongly believe that if somebody else can do it, I can do it. And if it is in the same industry that somebody is thriving and I'm failing, it simply means that my strategy is probably outdated or I'm not putting in the work as required. So one thing I always do is I sit back, I go back to the drawing board, and I look at the strategy I'm using. I think of how I can repackage it to make it better. And even if I'm not putting in enough work, because most times, trust me, most times businesses fail because they are not getting enough customers. And why do they not get enough customers? Probably number one, because their offer is not good enough, or because many people are not getting to know about their offer. And this is something that can be fixed. So I always believe once my strategy is not working, I have to re-strategize and come up again. And I might just hit the one that is working for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you think most brands can actually reach or get to their target audience to make sales?
Okay. The first thing every business owner should do is to have at the back of their arm who their target audience is. I believe if you are doing a business, for instance, if you are selling cigarettes now, you know who your target audience is. Yeah. If you are selling, let's say for instance, skincare, you know who your target audience is. If you are selling a weight loss product, every business owner should know who their target. That's the first step. Once I know who my target audience is, I can now think of how I can reach them and where I can reach them. So if you're selling real estate, you know that sometimes going for exclusive and luxury events can help you fetch those clients. You understand? If you're selling skincare, you know that if you're running Facebook ad, targeting maybe women can help you reach those clients. So to get your target audience, first of all, you need to know who your target audience is. Secondly, you need to think of where you can reach them. And then before you now think of how to reach them. 3 things: who your target audience are, where you can reach them, and how you can reach them. Once you know this, it's not a question of are you doing it enough? Because sometimes you might do it for 1 week and maybe you're not getting the result, you just get tired. No, you have to constantly put in the work. One of my favorite quotes is this: do it in large volume, it will become impossible not to succeed. I'll say it again. Do it in large volume, okay. It becomes impossible not to succeed. In other words, there is a way you can do something, it will become nearly impossible not to succeed. For instance, I'm a Facebook ad expert, right? You can literally succeed at any Facebook ad if you test enough elements. Probably if I have enough time, I could talk about it. But in any marketing you are doing, if you do it large volume, you will succeed. Once I launch an offer now and I create a lot of content around it, persuasive, compelling, valuable content, I'm definitely going to make sales. So do it in large volume, it will become impossible not to succeed.
Okay, Mr. Chinedu, as a sales guru you are, and I believe I heard you mention Facebook ads. You also did face. So with the high rise of social media now, what mistakes do you actually see most business owners make? And then how do you intend, or how do you think they can fix such problems or mistakes?
That's a great question, by the way. So I feel like business owners, they make this mistake of relying only on organic marketing. So when I say organic marketing, what I mean is this: they rely only on posting content online. Like for some of us, some business owners, they have 500 followers, 1000 followers, and they post content. So when you look at your analytics, you see that your reach is limited by the algorithm, right? Sometimes when you have 3000 followers and you post content, you reach 300 people, 400 people. But the moment you pay that platform, it's called paid ad, by the way. The moment you pay that platform, they are going to put your product in front of people that need it. So I feel like every business owner should incorporate paid advertising to their brand, especially if you are not big yet. Some people that have millions of followers, they can rely on organic marketing and maybe get away with it. But if you have a very small number of followers, you need to use paid advertising to scale your business. I say it today, one of my biggest breakthrough, one of my biggest results I've gotten came from when I started using paid advertising.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was when you made that huge amount of money?
Exactly. And then the second mistake I feel business owners are making is selling products. You don't sell products, you sell offer. Those two things are different, and I'll give you an example right away. Let's say, for instance, you are selling a particular product. Yeah? You need to create an offer around it. For instance, let's say I sell a Facebook advertising, maybe a program. I can create an offer where I add lots of bonuses. Maybe I can compile a lot of hooks you can use for your business. I can compile a lot of content plan. I can create a Wi-Fi. I can offer a 7-day support. All of these things now make it an offer instead of just selling a product. Even if you're selling a physical product, maybe a bag, you can offer free delivery. You can find something else to put into that. Okay, so you buy this bag, you get this for free, and this offer is just limited to maybe first 10 people or something like that. So now you are selling an offer. An offer make it very hard for customers to say no. But if you're selling a product, people can easily just let it go. So those are the mistakes I feel like business owners are making that they should immediately fix if they want to make more sales in their business.
I just learned something new. Okay, so I heard there's this conference coming up, your Sales Hack Conference. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, by the way, I'm the convener of the Sales Hack Conference. It's a gathering of business owners in Port Harcourt. So we are bringing in thousands of business owners to train them and teach them the secret of making more sales. Right? Last year we had this session. This year we're focusing on 3 things: how to craft an irresistible offer, how to use a very hot marketing secret to make more sales, and also how you can build structure and system in your business. By the way, I live in Abuja. So I flew in from Abuja for almost 1 week now, and my business is running smoothly. Why? Because I have built that system that can afford me to travel and nothing is happening.
Wow.
Right.
So when actually is the date?
It's happening on November 15th, 2025 at Lemaco Hall and Garden, Ada George, Port Harcourt. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Chinedu. That was a very educative one. I believe, I've learned.
All right, so if you want to get the ticket to the Sales Hack Conference, all you need to do is to go to www.saleshack.com.ng, or you can call 081 096 183 38. You can either call or WhatsApp. So right now we have 4 categories of tickets. We have the 5K, we have the 15K, the 30K, and the 70K. So if anyone you want to come in, it's fine. So we have those 4 tickets categories available. Early bird ticket is closing this month. So if you want to get the early bird ticket and the discount, grab it right away. If not, then you're going to get in with the late price. Thank you so much.
If not, Oyo is their case.
Oyo is your case.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Chinedu. That was a very, very educative one. I must say I learned something today. I learned something really great today. And to you all out there, please, 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 and please send it out. Send this view you are looking at now, send it to that your friend that needs it, because everyone around you needs to grow. I believe you grow. And don't forget to subscribe to DURA'S Voice podcast on all our social media handle. Until next time, keep growing. Bye.